Maybe you're feeling a little lost because it's just time to feel a little lost. Like something I think we don't talk about enough is the importance of having a no plan era in your life. We talk about every other kind of era, lucky girl era, soft girl era, rich auntie era. What about the no plan era? I'm coming across a lot of content that's talking about people having a quarter life crisis, like people between the ages of like 26 and 35 who are at this place in their life where they're not feeling driven by any particular goal or ambition like they once were. And I don't know, maybe this is specific to like a pocket of people who are used to being high achievers. And then something came to mind for me. I went to private PWIs for my entire academic career. And when it came time to graduate from undergrad or graduate from high school, there were people around me who, rather than immediately progressing into the workforce or immediately progressing into college, decided to take a gap year and to just kind of have a season of exploring, going to a foreign country and just living there for a few months, just kind of winging it at life before they settled into responsibilities and decision making that was a little bit more structured. And I thought about the fact that not everybody has access to that kind of opportunity. If your life is not set up in such a way where you are supported with the resources and the stability to be able to just like take off and not really worry about what your next steps are going to be, you may go directly into the workforce and never really get the opportunity to just live and experience the world on your terms. And it's only by living and experiencing the world and following your curiosity that you can even discover what you're passionate about. So a lot of us have been operating on autopilot or survival mode, or however you want to put it, because we never had the opportunity to just wing it for a little while. I went straight from high school to college, to graduate school, to the workforce, and then have been working in my field for 10 years before I got to a point at the end of 2022 when I started feeling like I wasn't myself and couldn't re-energize and recharge myself to stay motivated at work no matter what I did. So I quit my job without a plan. Without a master plan, I should say. Like I was very intentional about trying to set my finances up so that I could afford to just free myself from the workforce for the first time in 10 years without having to worry about whether or not I could meet my basic needs. Very, very fortunate to have been able to do that. But it was also a very deliberate and risky decision in support of my well-being. And so I could give myself a chance to see what are the things that I'm interested in that I haven't gotten a chance to explore yet because I just haven't had the capacity or the time to do so. Or what about just resting? What about just sitting my ass down and not feeling the need to produce or perform in order to like earn my place in the world? I don't think that you need to go without a job to enter a no plan era in your life. And I wish everybody had the opportunity or could create the opportunity for themselves to carve out a large chunk of your own life and your own time and deliberately say, in this season, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any goals besides the pursuit of my own pleasure, curiosity, and enrichment. I wake up each day with no agenda. I figure it out as I go. I feel like those are the conditions in which you really start to get to know yourself. Rather than trying to redirect yourself with a new plan, you might consider how you can position yourself for a no plan era. Doesn't necessarily mean quit your job. But it could mean that at some point in the very near future, you need to allocate as much time as you possibly can, even if it's a long weekend or a week-long vacation, and give yourself no itinerary. See what you observe about yourself in that time. For me, it started with taking a 5-day solo trip that showed me just how difficult it was for me to shift into a mode of relaxation. Like my work environment at that time was instilling in me a constant sense of urgency that, out of the context of that environment, didn't really make sense for the rest of my lifestyle. So you never know what rhythms, what patterns of thinking, and what ways of being you're adopting from your environment that are actually super disruptive to your peace of mind and super suppressive of your personality and creativity. So consider embarking on a no plan era in life and let me know how it goes. Mwah.